Hello, shipmates. My name is Nate Jones. For those of you who do not know, I've been on this journey for a few months now. I've been relating to you as to my desires for more and my elected way in terms of accomplishing that. But the one thing that I have come to realize even more now than ever is my willingness to exercise faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And now I wanna push that gear a bit more than what I have in the past. I want to push my faith a little bit. Right now I'm barely above homelessness, which we have already talked about. I'm so thankful to my God that I have a job that I can go to, and even though it's giving me 12 hours a week, and that basically keeps me current on the lifestyle that I have now, which gives me a bit of time that I need to do my own personal business and negotiate my own way, as it were. So I'm electing to do just that. I've been looking at some of the things that I needed to do and things that I need to write down, because in order for me to engage my faith, in order for me to engage my mind and my desire with my will to accomplish whatever, I need to fix it in my mind so that as I stretch my faith toward it, I can accomplish it by God's grace. If there's nothing for me to shoot for, then there's nothing for me to reach for. And if there's nothing for me to reach, I basically have what it is I'm after. So, we're going to change things up a bit. Right now, I'm thinking about looking for a 4-bedroom house, maybe 2 or 3 bath. I'm living in a 1-room raft now. I'm at my wits' ends in terms of paying for it. And I'm telling you that I'm now looking for a 4-bedroom house. I want to rent it. And the reason I want to rent a 4-bedroom house is, number one, when you have something that large, well, it prepares you for your own dwelling, as far as I'm concerned. Because at some point, by God's grace, if time should last, I would like to own my own home. So I can get prepared to owning my own home by stretching my faith to be in a place where I'm renting at least 3 to 4 bedrooms. Something that is nice, livable, inviting, and so forth. And again, the reason I want to do this is, number one, gives me that practice of ownership for my own self. Gives me an idea of what I'm looking for and how I would like it to be laid out and so forth. So that's the first reason. The second reason is, between me and my wife, we have family. I've got kids, I've got people that may at some point need my assistance, whether it be for a time, short stay or whatever. But if I have the space, that I can help, then, I think that would be because I see where the climate is going, and I see what's going on around the world, and I'm sure that at some point people are going to find themselves in situations where they're going to need help. And if I have a big enough place, it's nothing like you getting a place which is only comfortable for you, and then when somebody knocks on your door in need of help, then you have to. No, no. 3-4 bedroom house gives me enough space so that if I need to, or if I should, or if I'm able to, or as I'm able to, I can open my doors to help somebody in need, especially if relatives, people that look to you. And if you have it, you can share it. So, but not only am I looking for that type of setting, I'm getting to the place where, I'm not necessarily looking for a driver's license. I was looking at chauffeur type deal. And why would I want a chauffeur? Well, when somebody else is doing the driving, then you can relax and let them drive. Some people say, well, why you just don't catch a taxi? Well, when you look at the personalities and the personnel as it relates to driving, I've been driven on many different occasions, and I noticed that the taxi drivers don't even tell you or remind you to put your seatbelt on because they don't really care, especially in the UK, because they know that if there's a ticket to be given, it's going to be given to the person that's not seated in the seatbelt. And I find it to be very disconcerting, if you understand what I'm saying. So whereas if I'm chauffeur driven, all these types of things, and of course you're going to have to pay for that. But when you have that type of service, and you get that type of courtesy, and you get that type of ambiance, and you get that type of setting, it's also invigorating to your mind, and it also gets you prepared for your own dwelling, in the sense that when you have that type of working, it prepares your mind to be worked in that way. So they all work hand in hand together. So I'm thinking about, chauffeur service. Maybe not something that is extended, but, if I need to be driven somewhere, we have a chauffeur on standby with the companies that are available. Of course, once me and my wife get acclimated to that, of course, then we go ahead and buy our own car. And by the time we actually get familiar with the drivers and who's who and what's what, then we can come up with something that is fitting for us in our own personal setting. So this is where my mind is. And I'm sharing this mind with you. Now, again, right now as it stands, my bank account is about £6 to the good. Believe it or not, that's up to you. But my food situation, I have flour, I have wheat flour, and so on and so forth. So I'm not going to be hungry anytime soon in terms of that. Besides, I'm trying to lose a few pounds, not in a vigorous way, because I do eat when I'm hungry and so forth. So I get paid per month on this new job. And so that's able to make sure that I'm current in terms of my present circumstance. Now, with this 4-bedroom desire that I have, roughly I know that I'm going to be spending anywhere between, give or take, £1,500 to maybe £3,000 for the outlay in terms of just the rent and so on and so forth. I'm not too sure about what the chauffeur is going to cost me in terms of things that I want to actually be able to do with me and my wife setting, whether it's going out to dinner, whether it's going to church, different things of that nature. Being driven, I'm sure that, there are things that we can do, but this is my mindset, and this is where I am right now. And I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts with you. And we're going to go on this journey and see what the end is going to be. Again, my name is Nate Jones. I have spoken.